What's good with y'all? I'm just gonna get right into it because it's 2 in the morning and kind of just woke up. Um, but faith and hope can only do so much when work is not implemented, bro. And what I mean by that is it's kind of self-explanatory, but if you really want me to deep dive into it, we all pray for things to happen for us. We all want life to be better than what it is. We have dreams and aspirations. We have these things that we go towards to make ourselves happy, to make our life feel more joyful, because that's what life is all about. But when we pray and when we say, hey, I hope this happens, and we get down on our knees and we thank God for everything that He has given us, and we say, hey, God, give me the strength to keep going, things, that, and the third, when we say, hey, um, I want to have $1 million, you feel me? Or, hey, I want to buy this new PC, I'm just saying an example for materialistic aspects, or even when it comes to love. Hey God, I want a wife, I want a girlfriend, I want to be able to have kids. You know, we can pray for these things. We can have faith. We can have hope. And I'm not saying don't have faith and don't have hope. I'm saying have faith and have hope, but also have like the working mind to do it too. Like have the working lifestyle. You feel me? You want to be able to say that, and then you working for it. You feel me? You working to have that wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? You building that money. You you making sure your life is situation. Making sure your life is situated, and making sure that you're happy with yourself before you can find happiness within others. When you say you want $1 million, you can't say you just want $1 million and all you're doing is scrolling on TikTok all day, or you got your meat in your right hand and your phone in your left. You feel me? Or you can't say I want this dream physique body when you only work out once a week and then you eating over 2,000 calories. You feel me? You going to Wendy's every day, getting a double baconator with a large fry with a 4-piece nugget and a vanilla I guess, what is it called? Ice cream, whatever it's called. I'm speaking on experience. But yeah, you know, you can't say you want these things and you're not working for it, basically. And a lot of the times, when it comes to making these prayers and having faith and having hope, we got to live life on life terms. So when we do that, things might not come as fast as others, you know. And if you got a dirty mind, if you said pause and you got a dirty mind, we talking about a whole serious topic. But when we ask for these things, we got to live on life. We got to live life on life terms, which means that we might be working hard, but the result might not show until 10 years later, 20 years later. And we got to just be okay with that, because, hey, we can go on social media and be complaining about it. We can go on social media and see everybody else winning and we doing the same thing they doing. But that's going to kill you off your grind. That's going to make you stop wanting to do it and go to other avenues. You don't want to be doing fast money, because fast money is not always the best money. You don't want to be out here doing things that you won't want your parents knowing about. That's the worst type of money you want to make. But yeah, we can only have so much faith and hope in ourselves if we're not doing the hope and faith and the work that we're supposed to be doing. You feel me? If we're not doing that work. And you don't want to be doing no dirty work either. You feel me? Like I said. And, I can relate to this. I don't want to make this about me, because this is about y'all. But I can relate to this because I used to always sit in my bed asking myself, why me? You know what I'm saying? Why am I going through this? But I'm sitting up here praying. I'm sitting down talking to God and all this type of stuff. I'm doing so many things that my parents have kind of influenced me to do, kind of influenced me to put life in God's hands. You feel me? Make sure that God guides me the way to success. Sorry if y'all hit the garage. That's, somebody leaving the crib. But, my parents have nurtured me to always have this faith. But I realized that I'm saying all this and I'm praying, I'm doing this, that, and the third, but I'm not doing nothing to get to what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing to get to where I need to be. I'm just sitting back watching everybody else doing what I want to do. Why would I want to be a spectator to somebody else's movie? You feel me? Why would I not want to be in the movie? You feel me? Why would I not want to be the main character, even if it's a protagonist, or if I want to be somebody that's an antagonist and everybody hate? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you got to be the evil person. You don't want to be Michael Bell from Red Dead Redemption. But you also don't want to be Arthur Morgan either. Because just like how we love him, he's a bad person too. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, that's not what I'm talking about. Overall, I just want to say, like, you got to start putting in that work, man, for real. You got to start putting in that work. You know, when it comes to chasing things that you want to get to feel that happiness. And, you know, happiness is not always going to be there, you feel me? Because that's like a temporary feeling. And that might sound a little deep. That might sound a little sad, but I kind of learned that throughout my years of, you know, my 22 years of life, that we're not always going to be happy. We just got to find things to occupy us to prevent us from being sad, realistically. And that's why we do what we do. And when we stop doing what we do, we get into that sad state of mind. We get into that depression. We get into that phase in our life where we feel like our life is meaningless. But we got to realize that as long as, you know, faith and hope combined with the work, they go hand in hand, we'll be all right. You feel me? We'll be okay. And a lot of us got to realize that, man. A lot of us are really just walking through life, just living. You know, majority of people that's going through this world are really kind of like saying, fuck it, whatever happens, happens. And you don't want to live life like that, because, I mean, you know, you want to say, fuck it, whatever happens, happens, when you're doing something that is like positive. That's something that is like that could help you in the future. Like, for example, you know, whatever happens, happens. Like if I post a YouTube video and then don't blow up, shit, whatever, yeah, it is what it is. Or if I post a TikTok and it don't reach to a certain audience and now I'm getting flack for it. You know what I'm saying? I have a month where my numbers are low compared to my other month where my numbers were high and I was getting subscribers every day. You know, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, of course you want to say that because you don't want to feel like your work is not useful or it's not hidden anymore. But you want to have, you don't want to have that mindset where you just walking around life and you're not doing nothing. You're just saying, oh, whatever happens, happens. I mean, if I make the money, then I'll make the money, you know. You know, I bought this lottery ticket. If I don't hit, then I don't hit. I mean, but, you know, it is what it is. Like if I work out and I still end up getting fat, then I mean, it is what it is, man. No, there's a solution to that. There's a reason why you still getting fat while you working out, because you eating more than what you're burning off, when you should be doing the opposite. And mind you, you shouldn't be eating fucking Burger King every day if you're not really trying to build muscle. You're not trying to get protein. You're not just trying to work all that shit through lifting weights and shit, so that stuff you're eating can turn into, like, you know, you're using that energy to turn it into something great. So, you know, that's all I got for today, man. Faith and hope can only do as much, you know, if you're not putting the work in. That's all it is for today's video, man. Hopefully y'all taking care of yourselves. Y'all stay up, stay motivated, stay positive, stay disciplined. Stay true to yourself. Always stay true to yourself. Excuse me, y'all. It is 2 in the morning. But yeah, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves, man. Shoot, I don't know what I'm finna do. But yeah, I'm out, man. Y'all stay safe. Peace.